Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is in continuation of the previous lecture. So, the local self-government in Pakistan. When Pakistan came into being on 14th August 1947, Pakistan started its journey of the local government with the local board system, which operated till the basic democracy system. So the first system which was introduced by the political leadership of Pakistan in field of local government, that was basic democracy system. This was introduced by General Muhammad Ayub Khan, the then president of Pakistan. So this system was segmented into rural councils and urban councils. Rural councils for the rural areas, while urban councils for the urban areas. So, as far as rural councils are concerned, these were there was three-tier system: district council, tehsil council, and union council. So, at the end of the ladder. So this was the situation in rural areas, while in urban areas there were town committees, municipal committees, and municipal corporations. So this was the structure of the local bodies or basic democracy system during the Ayub Khan period. So this system was multi-dimensional system, multi-characteristics system. So number one, it was performing as a system of local government. It was electoral college for the President of Pakistan. It was electoral college for the provincial assemblies. It was electoral college for the National Assembly. This was comprised by 80,000 elected representatives, 40,000 from East Pakistan and 40,000 from West Pakistan. So many powers were decentralized in this system, and this system did a lot of work in rural areas, lot of developmental work in rural areas. Roads were made and this and that. So this operated effectively during the Ayub regime. Elections were held and chairman was elected directly by the directly elected representatives of the respective council. So the bureaucracy was given a reasonable share in this system as well. So you can say the budget or finances were ultimately controlled by the deputy commissioner. So the next system, after the Ayub Khan's regime, this system was also ended, and People's Party government tried to formulate a system for the local governance. So this system was People's Council Act. They tried to pass the People's Council Act. So People's Union Councils, People's Urban Councils, so this People's Municipality, this kind of nomenclature was given to that, but this was not unfortunately materialized. In July 1977, martial law came and General Ziaul Haq was inducted as the Chief Martial Law Administrator. So he introduced or he proclaimed an act that was called the local self government system in 1979. This was ordinance actually. This was the ordinance which was passed by the then Chief Martial Law Administrator. So under this system again, the urban councils and rural councils were created. In rural councils, there was a two-tier system, union council and district council. While in urban council, there were town committees, municipal corporation, and metropolitan corporation, and all were given different kind of powers. This was more decentralized system as compared to the basic democracy system. This system operated 1979 to 1998. So under this system, the election was held in 1979, in 1983, in 1987, in 1991 regularly, because the councils were elected for 4 years under this system. But after this the system was disrupted, and the last election was held in 1998. So this was the condition of the 1979 system. General Musharraf came into power. He established a Reconstruction Bureau to reevaluate the overall administrative system of Pakistan and formulate new system as well. Local government was part of it. This National Reconstruction Bureau was headed by General Naqvi. So National Reconstruction Bureau introduced devolution plan, and this devolution plan was passed through the ordinance and then through the acts in 2002, and first election was held in 2002 under the system. The important characteristics of this system was that the urban and rural councils were amalgamated in one whole, first time in the subcontinent. According to this, the lowest government was union council, a little government, and then there was tehsil government and district government. In urban areas, there were towns and district governments were also introduced there. So in this system, the powers were devolved. And during the period, they were empowered to make budget. They were empowered to and ample funds were transferred to these organizations as well. So this operated up to 1914. However, elections were held in 2002 and 2008 or 7. So then the new government, which was Nawaz Sharif's government, they passed the Local Government Act 2015. Under this act, the elections were held, representatives were elected, although the minimum powers were given and minimum resources were given to the local representatives under this system. So, however, the system was there, but this system was removed or abrogated by the new government of the PTI. And they announced to announced to formulate and proclaim a new system. And this act has been passed by the legislature, but there's no election up to now. This is a situation, or this is a you can say the local bodies in Pakistan. So we can say in 1979, the the first was the basic democracy system. So some powers were decentralized it, but it was controlled by the bureaucracy, and it was multidimensional system. So due to the multidimensionalism of the system, it was criticized by the people. So however, it was given by the military general. Local self-government system 1979. This was more decentralized because the chairman and mayors uh, at all levels were elected by the elected representatives. So the Peruvian laborers and women, they were provided positions in this. So demolition plan 2002, this was more devolved as compared to the previous systems, and all chairmans and mayors, they were called Nazams. Nazams, Naib Nazams, they were rather elected in case of union councils through the direct elections, and in case of district government and by the electoral and Tehsil government by the electoral college comprised by the Nazams of the union councils, and Tehsil government Nazam of the Nab Nazams of the union council. So powers were devolved in this, it is no doubt. So after when the political government came, Nawaz Sharif's political government came, so the most of the legislative members were not in favor of this kind of decentralization, because they wanted to spend more and more funds through their offices, and other reasons were also there. However, they introduced a new system which is called 2000. This system was 2015. So this was not as much decentralized as was 2002, and presently government is formulating a new system which has been formulated more or less. So in this system, they are planning the election of the mayor by the direct vote of the respective urban council. And we don't know how this would be handled, because this would be a very large constituency, and this election will be on party basis. So this is yet to be implemented. However, for Pakistan, it is recommended. So devolved local self-government system is recommended for Pakistan by considering its political society and composition of political society. So according to this system, all financial, administrative and other powers must be permanently devolved to the local level, and these powers should not be or must not be withdrawn at the wish of the officials of the central or provincial governments, and this must be this must enjoy the constitutional guarantee. So this is recommendation for Pakistan for the smooth running. For this, So this is a list of books and articles. The first, Local Government Finance in Punjab, written by Dr. Ayaz Muhammad, published by Oxford University Press. So there is a chapter, local government, with special reference to the decentralization, and other article by Dr. Ayaz Muhammad, Devolution and Fiscal Governance in Pakistan, Capacity need to be addressed. So, Economic Journal of Nepal, published in 2008, Raw MV and Minkotiusu. So, Panchayats and Building of Border Villages. So, and other books are also written in this, so you can check these books. Chinala Bala and Ramulu, 2012. So 5 decade of democratic decentralization process in Andhra Pradesh. So these articles and books you can follow, and you can read, you can study for the more study. So thank you very much for listening. So you can ask any question, and you can send the question through the WhatsApp and through other devices. So thank you very much.